About 11:30 p.m. on Sunday night, a 58-year-old male bus driver drove a passenger bus in a southerly direction on Wine Country Drive. As he entered the roundabout to turn west onto the Hunter Expressway, he lost control of that vehicle and it fell over onto its left side onto a guardrail. As a result of that motor vehicle accident, 10 people are deceased, 9 at the scene and 1 later died in hospital. We had a total of 25 people taken to hospital with a range of injuries. 12 of those people have since been released and we still have 14 in hospital, 9 at John Hunter, 2 in ICU, 1 at the Mater, 2 at Maitland and 2 at RPA. Both those ones at RPA have had surgeries. The injuries range from lacerations to breaks and fractures. So there's a whole range of injuries, from minor injuries to very serious injuries, with 2 in ICU. We've obviously now charged that 58-year-old male bus driver. We've charged him with 11 charges, 10 of dangerous driving relating to each of those victims, and 1 of negligent driving in relation to all 10 victims. I see there's been speculation about the identity of those 10 persons. We cannot confirm the identity of those 10 victims. We will work through that disaster victim identification process over the next few days. Our investigators, our family liaison officers are speaking to the families and the victims. We are in contact. That process will continue throughout the investigation and throughout the court process. We have had debriefs with our police last night, as no doubt the other emergency services have. Some of our police are visibly distraught. It was a very chaotic scene. Obviously, we have good processes, and as the emergency services come together, we've worked well, and it's been a very thorough investigation. We'll continue to do that. But at the time of that initial response, it was quite chaotic for those attending police and other emergency services, so we'll continue to work with those personnel as we will with the community. I'm aware that Cessnock Council have set up a community crisis centre, 2 in fact, 1 at Branxton, 1 at Singleton, and that is to provide support to the wider community. Obviously, it's a traumatic event for all the family, all the friends, from what was a wedding where people come from wide and far. I can say that in relation to the passengers, we've got people in the range from 20s to 60s, males to females, local and interstate, as you would expect when people travel far and wide for a wedding. We will continue to work with the community, we'll continue to work with the victims and witnesses moving forward, as we will with our own personnel. The 58-year-old male was the driver of the bus. He entered that roundabout driving in a manner that was inconsistent with the conditions. Obviously, the speed was too quick for him to negotiate that roundabout, causing the vehicle to fall onto its left side and cause those injuries. So the manner of dangers will relate to the manner in which he drove into that roundabout. Yeah, look, we've done a crime scene investigation. We will do further investigations in relation to the vehicle today. We've still held the scene. The vehicle has been removed. It was removed late last night. We still held the scene. We'll do some further examination today. But certainly we've spoken to a number of those witnesses already, some of the passengers on the bus, and we'll work through the rest as they're able to be spoken to. Look, I won't speculate on ages. What I will say is that they're all adults, and the range is right from 20 right through to 60. There's 2 in ICU, both critical but stable. That's the latest. And can I say that in relation to those in hospital, we've had 12 released, 14 remain in hospital. That's going to change. So that was as of last night. It may have changed as of this morning. So that will continually change as we move forward. Look, we will conduct a mechanical examination of that vehicle today. So that will be part of the investigation process. Obviously, they're very serious charges. We've got 10 counts of dangerous driving occasioning death. So we'll work through that process this morning.
Did fog play a part at all, or are you looking into that as well?
Again, the whole conditions will be examined as part of the investigation. So it'll be about how the driver drove in relation to the conditions.